boy Yimbo, and welcome to my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my Sunday night show about life and toys. It is Yimbo Buys Everything. We finally had a week where I have things that I bought. Like, it's not the Yimbo sometimes buys things. I actually have new toys to discuss that I'm very excited about. So hello, everyone. Let me get my banner going. I always forget to do these things because that's where my reminder is to, if you enjoy the show, to hit that like button while you're here. And we have some friends already in the chat. Buckaroo Banzai, what's going on, brother? Nice to have you. Toy Addict 17, what's up, Danny boy? And my man Carlos, how you doing, man? So very excited for tonight's show. I'm keeping it to an hour again, just to give you like a, announced that ahead of time. Last of Us has us hooked. Last of Us has us hooked. I have played the game twice through. I know the major story beats. But my wife loves it, and we haven't had another show that we both get excited to watch in what feels like a little while. So yeah, so that's why I was super tempted to shine the bat light because I ran into Machu Toy and J Shot and oh god, who else? Lago Figs and Agent Variant, and that's what I was gonna show actually. So let me put that up real quick because George shared a picture of everybody, so real fast, because then I blasted it out too. New York Rebel Photography was in the house too. Here we go. It should be sharing. Oh yeah, hold on. Sorry. Again, I don't pretend that you guys all check my story, but here we go. Here was the crew. So my man Kurt, who I finally got to meet in person. So NJ Devs Fan 33, fellow toy collector. Like I said, New York Rebel Photography. There's Agent Variant. Super Cool is in the house. So yeah, it was just another very fun. I can't stress it enough. If you have a chance to get together with fellow collectors and toy photographers, do it because it's always so much fun. Always so much fun. So who else is in the house? Oh, my man. Speaking of George, what's going on, Agent Variant? How you doing, brother? Clintastic. Good to have you, Clint. How you doing, man? Cody. Too much new toys. I'm getting that name now. It's ingrained, my man. So good to see you, Cody. And Kurt. Yes, looking forward to seeing it. All right, so that's the fun part, is going to a toy con and actually coming home with new toys. So yeah, I love a good toy con. I do. B Rivera, what's going on, dude? Oh, thanks, Carlos. Appreciate it, man. Oh, yeah, dude, Last of Us. It's so ridiculously good, dude. Yeah, it's amazing. So that's what I mean. I know that we could watch, like my wife and I could watch it tomorrow, but I know for her, she will get spoiled. She's like on Reddit all the time, and it doesn't really care about it. So she's just like, look, I'm fine if you want to end at 9 and we watch it. Great. She's like, but if we don't, that's okay too. But I will read about what happens. So for her, for the short term, again, just keeping it to a fun little hour for tonight. So hopefully you guys don't mind. Let's see, Cody, what are you saying? They'll release a toy line soon if they haven't already. Dude, NECA, I've been on the fence about tracking that NECA set down. They have a Joel and Ellie, which is awesome. On 5K, I think it's Lim Toys. And Lim Toys is another brand that 5K sells that has gotten really positive reviews. They're the ones that made a Solid Snake that they're re-releasing from Metal Gear 5, like the big boss or whatever. But I kind of want to get him. Again, he will fit into that Mezco look. Maybe we'll take a look at him later on. I can bring up the website. But yeah, so Lim Toys has a Joel and Ellie that is like that Mezco quality look. Super tempting. It's super tempting. I mean, I couldn't just get one. I couldn't just get Joel. I'd have to get Ellie too. Which, I mean, that sounds so silly, but you know what I mean? Like they're a tandem. So, dude, last week's episode was fantastic. I am a longtime Parks and Recs fan, and I love Ron Swanson. Now, of course, I'm blanking on it. I just had his name, and I was like, oh, I'll use the Ron Swanson name. Oh man, Nick Offerman. That's right. I love Nick Offerman. But yeah, such a good episode. All Creatures Great and Small at 9 p.m. Armchair Trial. Okay, all right. I'll have to check that one out, Kurt. I appreciate it. Always looking for a good show recommendation, man. Wyatt's in the house. Copper State Bricks. What's going on, man? And let's see, Cody. 5K toys. I go for that. Yeah. So I'm telling you, it's up there. 112 scale, 6-inch figures. Let's see. B Rivera. I agree. I'm gonna pre-order that 2-pack. Yeah. See, should we look at it? Real quick? Let's take a look. Because I have been kind of hooked, like looking at anything that 5K has lately. All their stuff has been really, really great. And like I said, with Felix Toys, with Inkblot and the Joker, my confidence in third-party toys is really high. Not all of them. Like, all right, so here, I'm looking at the website. So here, let's walk through this website together, everyone. Oh, Macho Toys in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing, Matt? I was just saying, man, like, I'm keeping it to an hour tonight. Otherwise, I would have had you and John and whoever else wanted to come. Like, I was about to send the link to everybody. I was like, if that happens, it'll turn into like, I mean, obviously, I'd have a blast, but like a 2-hour affair. And my wife and I we're trying to watch Last of Us. We're trying to watch Last of Us. I know it's not silly, but it's our shared show right now. This is what we're into. So here we go. 5K. So I've been loving 5K. Like this, I've been super torn about lately. I haven't pre-ordered, so I haven't pre-ordered anything recently from them, but their stuff is really good. Like I've seen really great reviews. 88 Figs has done stuff with this Men in Black set that was really awesome. They're in both in stock. Oh man, so the Neo's back, USA stock. Ooh. Man, but then I was same deal. I feel like it's kind of a package deal, but I do know Trinity never went out of stock, but Neo did. So this is a restock now. I kind of want to get that Neo. I should get both of them, but like if I was gonna get one, I would get the Neo. Oh man, this website is dangerous. Like this Limb Toys, the 1/6 scale Outlaw, like this. I mean, it's on sale. It's not like I can't. I can't break 112. I can't break 112. Let me see. Where's my search? 112 cloth. Let's go here. I feel like they should be early on. No? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you put the deposit down for either one or the both. So this is what I did for the Felix Toys pre-order. You put this. So if I was going to get the 2-pack, it would be $50 down right now. The total for both would be $156. It's not terrible. I mean, like that was original Mezco prices, the $80 per fig, like, and they're not even at that $80 price point anymore. So you do save a little bit of money and you do get really awesome stuff. So like I said, I have not personally messed with Limb Toys, but I've heard and seen reviews that are really good of them. Like I said, of the one that I know for sure is the Solid Snake. It's just that with these, they have so many little details, at least on the snake figure, that like you straight up need tweezers to reposition. Like if that flashlight came out, you need tweezers to get that stuff back in. But that's a really nice looking head sculpt. Oh man, with the arrows. I mean, come on. I can't. All right, I'm gonna end up pre-ordering that while we're all hanging out together. All right, this way I'm back in the chat. I'm looking at the chat again. All right, so like I said, shout out to Macho Toy. What's going on, Matt? Great to see you yesterday, man. Buckaroo, let's see. I grabbed the Black Suit Superman for 5K. Also impressive. I only didn't get that one because I'm still waiting on the Mezco Justice League, like the Snyder Cut 3-pack. So I'm like, I have a Black Suit Cavill coming, but he was supposed to be here last July, and now I think it's like this coming July. As long as I get him, I'll be happy, but it's nuts. Too much new toy. Makes sense. Third party so good. I'd wager same people involved in making other big company toys or just making their own stuff. Yeah, that's for sure. We kind of, without being in the business side of things and how, toy productions and factories work in China, like, yeah, I've had like, just from like I'm thinking of like sports jerseys. Like I have really good, they're knockoffs, but they are basically just, they were printed after or like stitched up after whatever got shipped to Reebok. Like it was nuts, like some of the stuff that you can get. So yeah, it's the same factory making the things basically. Let's see. Can't wait for Donnie Samurai Autumn to go up. So Cody, that might be the first thing we discuss tonight. Hold on, because let me get some toys out of the way. All right. So yeah, first thing up, let's do it. So this is from my man Lago Figs, one of the Toy Migo bros. Love all of those guys. Love me some Lago Figs. Again, if you don't follow him, I would recommend it because the man is just on top of toy drops all the time. Drink your water. So, the samurai animals, the spring samurai. I got him from Lago. It made me so happy because it was like he definitely, like, he told me how it was just, I remember hearing that you were interested in him, and I'm sitting here looking at him. I said, let me just ask. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. So I got 2 of my big toys yesterday from my man Lago. So this is the box that he comes in. And then he has this custom kit, which comes with the head, which is too realistic. But here he is. Here he is. He is the best. I'm gonna end up getting all of them now, like as soon as the rest come up, but like I realize that it might take years. So I'm just content right now. I just know that I'm gonna get them all, but like I'm so happy Leo is the first one because that is my favorite turtle. This is my man. So let's see his face again. This is the classic ripping off Ninja Turtles head sculpt. I kept the scarf on, so it has a cloth bandana over here. I kept the scarf on for this look too because I just think it's so awesome. It's not wired, but because of like, just the way it is, the thickness of it and everything, you can get it where it's billowing a little bit. So you can get it to move is what I'm trying to tell you. You can swing it around a couple different ways to get, some air and height to it if you want them. Double jointed legs. Like, this is why I ended up doing it. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm such a dork. I'm getting goosebumps because I really wanted a highly articulate Ninja Turtle. And I know those Turtles in Disguise are actually really good. And I know that I have been very delicate with them and I haven't really pushed their articulation. But like, this is what I want. That crunch. And it's not a ton, but just having the mobility of the shell is a game changer. So like, this is my badass. So excuse me if my nieces or nephews are still watching me, but this is my hardcore, awesome slice and dice Leo. Like, how cool is this? Honestly, he looks so ridiculously amazing. And also, shout out to my nieces and nephew if you guys are watching right now. So hello, just in case. I know you guys like to pop in during bedtime. Uncle Jimmy loves you. But yeah, look at this. I love them. I love them. And that's how quick that was to get into the posing. Like, I think that's a pretty slick pose too. But get the jump back. Oh, look at that. Woo! So I am in love. I am absolutely in love. He moves so well. I think, did I hit him with heat at all? It was the hand. Swapping the hands needed heat, and then while I was there, I just hit his whole body. You don't even need it. I've been able to balance him doing anything that I want. Anything that I want. Oh, wrong set. Hang on. I have all my little tackle boxes of accessories for these toys that I've been playing with. All right. So 2 sets of hands. He has the grippy hands for the sword and weapons, and then the open hands. So that's honestly all you need. He's got the second head sculpt. This is the one that he comes with, the actual samurai. So awesome. Look at that texture and detail. Oh, so good. So good. And then really nice weapons. Like, he has 2 of these, and you can see the paint and the details on there. Look at that, the weathering on the handle. Ooh. And what else does he come with? And then he comes with 2 of these guys. 2 of these with like the dagger chain type thing. So 2 of those. All real metal, like sharp. Like, not going to cut you, but nice quality. I'm in love with this set. And that's all he came with. It wasn't like a ton, but he doesn't need a ton. Because when the figure's that good and you can get so much personality just out of the 2 heads, that's the thing. If a figure's done right and well made, then like you might not need 3 or 4 head sculpts. I mean, they're always nice and always welcome, but you can get a lot of personality just based on the torque and the movement you can get. So Lago, thank you again, man. I can't believe I originally passed on this guy. And the fact is, he's only 4.5 inches. So next to Shadowland Daredevil. But that's what's kind of cool, because the NECA turtles are larger. still smaller compared to any other 112. But to me, like, I feel like that would probably be a more accurate, like, wouldn't they really be smaller? I mean, I know we've had this talk before, and I know it's been a thing that we've discussed, or like just as a community we've talked about, but I don't know. I feel like Ninja Turtles should be probably like 4.5, 5 feet tall, right? They're not going to be like 6-inch dude or 6-foot sized guys. So like, honestly, I am totally fine. Like, here's a White Ranger. I know that their scale on Hasbro's side is a little bit smaller, but I don't know. I'm super into it, and I already have ideas for like Yimbo's childhood like superhero team, and it would be like Leo and Superman and Batman and Spider-Man, and like, but this would be the Leo that would be hanging out. I already have these like silly little team ideas that I don't know, and just like he's, I don't know, it works for me. It works. So let me know. Let me catch up in the chat now. All right. So here we go. Oh, Age of Arian. Yeah, I know we're going back to the 5K, the Limb toys. It is really awesome. Cody, yeah, that 2-pack, lots of accessories. Are they going to do a 112 Arthur Morgan? I hope so, because they also put out, the Limb toys did the 1/6, the Outlaw, but they also did the Gunslinger, so they have a John Marston, and that, I mean, that would make me super happy, because, and that's why I'm talking myself into that Limb toys set, because the video games have been a huge part of my life, and they've fallen out in the last like 2 years. I mean, like, as like toys and focusing on this and chasing my dreams in terms of like, doing the toy stuff and the YouTube and everything. So that's kind of cut into my video game time. But I do love video games, and I'm super interested in playing that new God of War game. And I played both Last of Us, and I don't know, like I said, seeing that Metal Gear figure and getting these guys. I have the Kratos from God of War, the NECA figure. I'm like slowly, getting my hands on video game characters. I have another one. So this is another perfect segue. But I will get back to you. So look, yeah, you're not the only one, Rivera. Dude, I'm telling you, that would be so money. Print the money. Let's see. Did you just inhale yourself to spend $150? Probably. I think I did. I really think I did when it comes to that Joel and Ellie set. Because I've been really good about, also part of the show, but I've been very good about buying stuff. Like, even at the Toy Con, I did not go crazy. I only walked out with 3 figures, and 2 of them were from Lago, and that was already predetermined. So I was really good yesterday at the Toy Con. All right, let's see. It's a small figure, but boy, does it pack a punch. Oh, I know. For now, going back to the Samurai Leo. I know, dude. It's so nice. Yeah, love that fig too, dude. I know you're into articulation. That's the best, at least from. I don't have the Revel Tech. What I have, in hand, that's my favorite one. So Playmates, NECA, and now this one. Like, this is my favorite Ninja Turtle. Detour Customs. What's up, Steph? Oh, dude. Don't regret. Don't live in, you know me. I'm gonna tell you. Don't live in regret. It was a great day, but the nice thing about those Wayne toy shows is that they are monthly. And I will make sure to loop you into our future, because even if that is pegged, and that's what I was talking about with Kurt, like NJ Devils fan and Lago and just everybody there, like, as long as we kind of like earmark that date, it doesn't have to be the toy show, but this way we'll all be free to do something. So, we'll be in touch, Steph. Don't you worry. Frank's in the house. What's going on, Rumble Toys? How you doing, brother? Good to have you. So, like I was saying, man, like, we just going over the Spring Samurai from Fury Toys. It was over at 5K. Beautiful, beautiful figure. Just absolutely in love with it. Let's see. Turtles from the comics are short. They don't come up to Casey or April's shoulders. See, that's so good. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, it just makes me so excited. And see, like, this is one I'm not talking about today. I didn't unbox them, but I know I've held this up a couple times so far. But I'm gonna be like these guys. That's gonna look so good together. It's gonna look so good. I'm excited for this, Casey. But again, too many toys, not enough time, all of the usual blah blah blah. Let's see. OG turtles are like 5 feet tall. All right. So yeah, I'm telling you, this is great, great scale, and I think they're making each one different size too. So I forget what they settled on, but on the Instagram they'd put like a vote up for what they should manufacture with Donnie. I think Donnie's the next one, and I think people voted for like the larger version than keeping it the same for all 4. Either way, they have me hooked. I'm gonna get all of them. Let's see. He said the small size grew on me. Yeah, dude, it's great. And Lago, yes, dude. I'm telling you, like, I love him. I love him. He's just like yesterday. All I was doing was just playing with this guy and getting different poses. And the first shot I'm gonna do is like my city protector up on the gargoyle, because I love doing those shots and it just makes me happy. And then, yes, slicing and dicing is next. Like, he's going to brutalize some ninjas. Captain McKay, what's going on? So their height varies in the comics, but yeah, don't mind the height of the Fury Samurai guys. Like the look of the figures. That's all I keep. Like, I'm enamored. I'm enamored by the look. Like, look at that paint work. It's spectacular. It's just beautiful. The way these work, they just peg on with the port. Bloop. So easy peasy there. It's so good. The paint and the details throughout. In the back legs. Just the skin. There we go. Come on. Ooh. The texture. So good. Let's see. I regret leaving that Casey on the shelf in my Walmart. Well, I you know me. I'm never gonna make you feel bad about not spending money or spending money. That's not my game. So he's cool. I got him from Big Bad, if that helps. And for me, I just never saw any of the Caseys ever. The only one, I mean, I shouldn't say none of the Caseys because I do have the movie version, but in terms of the cartoon, I think he was in a solo and maybe a 2-pack. I never saw any of those. And I started collecting them late. So I know those are like comic book. This is the comic book version, but he'll fit in great with my cartoon turtles and teaming up with this Leo. It's so good. And then let's see. Cody. Donnie's going to be taller, not too crazy. Okay, Raph is going to be a beast and Mikey smaller. Interesting. Okay, so I knew that they've been putting out some details. I wasn't sure. Thank you, Cody, for being up on top of that. I know, as it's, you're my turtle guy, so I'm not going to question your turtle knowledge. So there is my Spring Samurai. And then I was mentioning video games. So I'll go over my other Lago Figs pickup because that's a Hadouken. There we go. He also had for me a Storm Collectibles Ryu, which, by the way, I always called him Ryu. But that's, I guess I just butchered names left and right between Mafex, Mafex, I don't know, Ryu. So I will refer to him as Ryu because I've heard that pronunciation from basically everyone. So I'm keeping with Ryu, but he is amazing. Storm, this is only my second one. My other one was the Reptile from Mortal Kombat, and I like that one a lot too. He is a chunky, thick boy, that is to be sure. And what I love, and let's see. Yeah, good. All right, so here's my little... I have so many. This is from Munchkin, which... I think I held pacifiers at one point. But yeah, see, these are my ways of I have my biggest tackle box that has Marvel Legends stuff. And then for anything smaller, only 2 figures of Storm. So they get the smaller one. So Ryu comes with 4 head sculpts. So great. So he's got a nice stoic head here. And this is Evil Ryu. There's the gritted teeth. I love that they included this, always down for a beat up face. Always in toy photography. Always down for a beat up face. Each one does come with a bandana. So there were 4 heads there. A bunch of hands, which, I don't know if you need me to walk through all of the hands, but all of the different hands that you'd want. And there's the fists. And I just happen to keep on the Hadouken hands. And that was the thing, you know, like to try to twist him up. He's got nice movement. If you've never messed with the Storm collectible, so like my reptile had the chest and then this was all squishy. He has more like solid plastic through his stuff, but his clothing is a very soft, say like very soft plastic, so you can smush him down into whatever you need. He's got the big feet, so like doing all of the kicks and balancing. I mean, you could just look to like Eddie and his toys, for instance, as another guy that just kills it shooting Storm collectibles. So super pumped. I'm immediately going to have a video game style fight. Oh yeah, there's the Hadouken again. I love that effect. It's so cool. They did a nice job there. And that's what he came with. But you know, like I have not been able to find a Ryu of any kind except for the evil one with like the big, you know, ugly heart. Like it was not the version that I wanted. So I'm totally down with having this version. I love it. So good. So yeah, so I already have an idea in mind. Excuse me, of having him fight Reptile, and then I'll go from there. But yes, I'm slowly getting my hands on like my favorite video game action figures. So that's what I've been trying to do now. That's a little like sub-objective of mine. Let's see. Going back. All right, so Captain McKay, love the Storm stuff. Yeah, dude, they're fun, and I am interested in getting more. They are on the larger side, you know, like if doing the whole comparison here is to Leo. So obviously like real big compared. So big. And then let's see, like, I know Spidey's on the smaller side anyway, but yeah, Storm they're big boys. So again, great stuff for, especially playing around with McFarlane's. So if I want to get, you know, Ryu in any kind of superhero mashups, I'll go in that DC direction. But yeah, it's awesome. It's very cool. So thank you, Lago, for 2 excellent. Like I came home and immediately like unboxed them and started messing with them. Like I just couldn't help myself. So thank you again. All right. So where are we with the chat? Let's see. So Cody, yeah, the Ryu looks fierce, dude. He's great. And 4 head sculpts. Again, Storm doesn't mess around with that. Let's see. Never got the evil Ryu, but he looks nice. Yeah, he's a good one. George, if they really follow up with the rest of the Turtles, this will be a killer set. They have the plans. I've seen the designs. They look awesome. Yeah, that is the evil version from Street Fighter 2. Here's the box. The final challengers. So here we go. There's the box. Get some nice box art there. And yeah, I want to do all of the things. I want to do the spinny. Oop, there it is. The spinny kick. I want to do the big uppercut. I want to do all the pictures. All of the pictures. So yeah, the final. So Street Fighter 2 Ultra, the final challengers. So there he is. Evil Ryu. What else? Let's see. So B. Rivera, I'm in trouble when Jada Toys drops their Street Fighter. Yup. I was on a episode of Chat Migos Assemble a while back. I think it was November, but they were about to get the Jada Toys, like one of the designers on. I think his name is June. So if you go check out the Toy Migos YouTube and look back at those, they've been speaking to Jada Toys, the designers, and super hyped, very, very hyped. Like I'm still gonna get that set, and that's actually why I'm another reason, selfishly, that I don't have a definitive Ryu, because I still want the white Gin. Is that Gin? That his white outfit. I still want like classic Ryu. So I'm happy I have the evil one, but I still want to get all those Jada Toys. Definitely getting all those Jada Toys. Let's see. Should do a Yimbo Smash Brothers game. That would be awesome, Clint. You know me and mashups, man. Like that's my whole, like that's what brings me my greatest joy is like mixing up all these universes. That's a great idea. because I've done video game style stuff. I've done them in collabs and ideas. Like I like that, you know, teaming up and blah blah blah. But yeah, just straight up doing my own. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. That's another one. I got to write these ideas down. Yeah, Frankie Boyd, I'm telling you, dude, the Storm. That's my second Storm. They've both impressed me. It's more a matter of characters and availability for me as it is to like. That's what's the only thing holding me back, because a lot of their stuff, once it's been released, does shoot up in the aftermarket. So, you know me, I'm just gonna wait and see what I can get my hands on for retail or less. But yeah, so I've been good about Storm, but they're both like now again, both of them are amazing, and I can see why that would be someone's lane if they just picked. I'm going to be a Storm Collectibles, you know, person. Yeah, they're awesome. They're all great. Captain McKay, have you got the new Blob? I did not, but it arrived for you. That's interesting. You know what? I just shipped today. So, of course, it's not going to ship really for another 3 days, at least that they're warning me that they're very busy over at Big Bad. So good for you, Big Bad. But yeah, I just shipped my pile. I did not add a Blob. And that one looks really good. I never had the Toy Biz one. See, he's one that I've been on the fence about because I still, and I know much to the pain of Clintastic, I have not been shooting my X-Men. I have so many X-Men, and I love X-Men, and I don't know. I just need time. It's like one of those things. I told you, like I'll get into it as this hobby continues to evolve for me, and for all of us, I'm sure. But you know, in terms of my own perspective of going through the last couple years and where I am now and what I'm focused on, I mean, like it's going to be interesting. Like I just love how things change. So like eventually I'll get back into wanting to tell more stories through my work. I don't know. It's just so neat. I love this hobby. I love it. But no, so Blob, I haven't gotten him. He looks great. I just haven't. Yeah. Sorry, Captain McKay. That's all I got. Let's see. BB hit Big Bad much earlier. So it was there. I still might, but I did add. So here we go, everyone. So for a future stream, the stuff that I just shipped again, I was like, all right, it's time. I added a couple things at the end there. So future shows, we will have things to talk about. So Sentinel Miles, which we already know I love, but I got the translucent one, so he's coming. I have another Crimson Guard, which I should have canceled, but I feel guilty with them. And then I don't know if they messed up like store credit once, and I just like whatever. If I get a second Crimson Guard, it's not the end of the world, because I do have this massive Cobra army now. So yeah, Crimson Guard, but exciting ones. All right, so the translucent Miles, Ghost Rider, the classic suit Mafex Spidey. So I do know what I'm getting there because I just had that black suit one, but now I'll have both perfect versions of Spidey, I guess, Spidey figures. But I'm trying to think what the other thing was. Well, the last two I added were Mezco Bishop and the Rebel Tech Woody, which I know Toy Father was also in one of our group chats talking about, like waffling, going back and forth. And I was too. I think it's because Sunty No Chewing has been shooting so many awesome Disney pictures. But that Woody looks really great. That Rebel Tech, and it has the 4 different heads, and they're all so expressive. And yeah, I don't know. I have that SHF Buzz, which I know is a different Buzz. It's not Toy Story Buzz, but that's a really awesome figure I like playing with. And now I'll have like movie Woody to mess with real Buzz, but they're both toys. And then I'll just get weird with it. So yeah. Let's see. So pre-ordered. So let's see. Are you talking about the Blob? Is that with Entertainment Earth, or the guy that which one was I just, or which of the figures? Carlos missed out on the Toy Biz Blob 2, but I got the Hasbro one coming. Yeah, I need to look into that one again. I have the Black Panther Yamaguchi in my pile. Oh, that was one that I was tempted to. But again, I have my Rebel Tech Deadpool. That's when I want to really like mess with articulation. That'll be my guy. That Black Panther's great. But like I haven't shot this one enough. My Mezco one. And I love this figure. I love him. There he is. So when I need to shoot Black Panther, that'll be my guy. And I bought that Legends one. So I don't know. It's not the Rebel Tech. I know it's not Rebel Tech, but that's what I have. Before we continue with toys, I forgot to do this last week. So we're going to do a little mid-show. Yimbo Teaches Everything and some toy photography tips. So here we go. Just real quick, I made a slideshow. I'll just run through these real fast. There's nothing that I'm doing with this this is literally just for you guys, for anybody that checks out the stream, for you, obviously, here in the chat. But yeah, these are some basic photography techniques, things that I have learned myself and practiced on the last couple of years. I've been teaching, middle school mass media stuff. So I do like introductory type of photography. And these are instantly ways, you can enhance your toy photos, any kind of photography, really, when you keep this stuff in mind. But, these are out there. 2 weeks ago, when I did my first one, it was frame within a frame. So remember, that's just when you, instead of just having the figure, and even if it's a great pose, like I like how this one came out, but by framing with a couple of extra figures there, again, framing within the frame itself. So that was 2 weeks ago. And now we have creating depth. And what's really neat is that when you create a frame within a frame, you are also creating depth within your image. So the whole premise of creating depth is to take a two-dimensional picture and obviously give it that feel that you can reach through and explore it. So a very easy way, obviously in nature, to just look up and take pictures. Again, these are not mine. You'll be able to tell when they're mine. But it's just having things up in the foreground of your shot. And for me, my dios have been, I've been working on collecting the accessories, building dioramas, buying pieces from like extreme sets, diorama prints, getting different McFarlane, any of the Batman stuff, my Yimbonia, Grayskull, just all of these different things. You can't get them all. I mean, if you can, God bless, right? But for me, it's been a 2-year journey of collecting all this different stuff. So using these tips, you can instantly enhance your photography without feeling the need to run out and spend a ton of money on the NECA diorama or everything else. Those things are great. I love all the stuff that I have, but it's taken me 2 years to get here. And that's why I like going over these type of things, because it's literally, so I created this was the first time I started focusing on it. This was from last spring, and it was the RVD going for a Van Terminator. I specifically, I don't know if you can see my mouse moving over here, but angled Cena with the in pain yelling head. That was an intentional, choice of mine right there. And I added these couple of figures up front to give it that depth. Then with the ring ropes, shooting it through specifically, and then even adding Luis and a camera back here. It's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different layers in that shot. So, and again, nothing was purchase extra. I mean, obviously, I had this stuff, but even this was for a collab that I haven't posted yet, but it's with Skeleton Collector over on Instagram. I was on his stream a couple of weeks ago, and I unboxed He Who Remains, and I don't have the whole Conch New Build-A-Figure, but I got the head. So I used some fluff, blue tacked it to his stands, and I added these two guys up front. And I, added some of this spider web stuff that I bought from Target to give it that mist look. But those are just toys. You can just use the things that you already have to create depth. This is a shot I took of Varg for Mythic Legions. And just to show you, again, using accessories. This is a McFarlane Dio piece that came with the Year 2 Batman. I used that in all of my Yimbonia shots. But yeah, because it has the cemetery and the gravestone right there. But again, simple thing. I already had it. You can create depth using the characters themselves. So that's what I was doing with this shot with my collab with HC Yellow Jacket, by using the figures there. And this was like a little, I actually filmed a little short version of this just using my cell phone photography. So, you know, Mythic Legion, that's, I forget, it starts with a V. but yeah, simple enough toy photography shot. It's framed up nicely. I didn't edit it or do anything, but again, just from a framing standpoint, okay, there it is. And using this tree that was $5 or it was either $3 or $5 from Target. And I know I'm not the only one. Trevor, 1/6 shooter, was talking about those trees in particular. Frank was telling us a couple of weeks ago, Realm of Toys 89, with the trolls, like how he has a few of those. I should have bought more than one. I only have the one. But just moving that over creates that stuff in the foreground and gives you enhances your shot. So that's my toy photography tip for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I don't pretend to be an expert. I just happen to know. I study this like basics at least. I'm learning all the I'm trying to learn all of those advanced things like the ghost pepper and all that other stuff. But I've said it before. I said it on the Toy Pick Community Top 10 the other this past Wednesday that I did with Toy Father and 1/6 shooter. I'm like, you guys are covering like the crazy stuff that I will strive to get to. So I'll be the guy to do the intro stuff. So this is all the, there's just little enhancements, little tweaks, little angles, little camera tilts. And if they help, that's awesome. And like I said, I'm not, maybe one day we'll start a hashtag. Honestly, if you end up using one of these in a shot, just tag me or mention it in the comment and or in the caption, and I'll be happy to share it out as a toy photography tip. Like I don't have any, this is just to help. This is just to help. So that's also, let me know if that helped today. That would be awesome. So here's George. Let's see. I knew there was going to be class today. I would have cut class. No, it was short. See, it was short. I didn't mess around too much. Let's see. Stepping it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. I've been really trying to focus on my craft, like the photography craft. So, I'm still having a ton of regular fun with my toys, just like messing around. Basically all my reels, things like that, I should just shoot with my phone quickly. But yeah, like I was just talking to Agent Variant about it, like where I'm trying to, like I'm spacing out my pictures, like my posts. So I still do stories and reels and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to like really hit and focus on the lighting, and I'm just back in that zone again. Oh, it makes it fun. It makes it fun. Let's see. Clint's asking, will there be a quiz? There's no quiz. Like I said, just try to help if any of these two things, and you can blend them. That's what's going to be really fun about all of these techniques, is that I like to point them out individually to, like, when I'm, teaching my students. But they are things that you can layer on top and blend together and mix and match. And like I said, when you are creating depth, or no, I'm sorry, when you are using frame within a frame, you are automatically creating depth in your shot. So it's just another, you can combine both though. You know what I mean? So it's just neat. So like I said, glad you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks, George. All right. Let's see. So tips and lessons are great. Good. So like I said, I'm going to keep doing these little mini lessons. I have 18 more to go. Because I think I do like a setup of stock 20, and then I can elaborate from there, and we'll learn together. We'll continue learning together. So I'm glad you enjoyed that, guys. So we have 15 minutes left together before Last of Us. So a couple other little things I wanted to shout out. Let me go back over to Instagram real quick, just so you can see his account. But it's not. Oops. Oh, there we go. So here we go. Henrock. So let's go over to Henrock's website real quick. So he is a customizer. Here he is. And I got to talk to him at the toy show, and I'm like, oh, that Captain America head looks amazing. I'm like, wait, I've seen this picture. Wait. And I didn't realize I wasn't following him, but I had heard of his head sculpts from Machu Toy. So Matt had just been posting Captain America stuff, and they're Henrock's heads. So I just thought that was really cool. I got one custom head from him, which I don't know how to paint or do any of that stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I want to learn how to paint it, but I feel like I don't want to just use a paintbrush. I feel like that would ruin it, but then I don't have the little hand tiny air painter. I don't know. Maybe they'll think it's. I'm still tempted to like ask my wife to get into it, but I have an Iron Fist head that was included in my purchase. I have this awesome Spidey Sense thing now. I've never had like an ACBA style Spider-Man effect that I can blue tack. So again, right off the bat, I'm like, oh, I want to have Spidey in the foregrounds, creating some depth, right? I want to have Spidey blurred in the foreground with the Spidey senses, and then I want a bunch of his rogues, because I still haven't shot Lizard or Scorpion. Those are the two that I was kind of leaning at. I still have Doc Ock just sitting there, so probably him too. But like when it comes to Spidey stuff, I just always want to shoot Spider-Man stuff. I always want to. Let's see. Henrock's a man. He hooked you up. Yeah, dude. So he sold us these wood crates. So, and they looked like that. Like they're just 3D printed. But I spent yesterday, and then I actually did a little bit more today. There we go. Weathering them up, hitting them with a little paint everywhere. Just mix some brown and black. I didn't do like the nicest job. Like I was using paper towel. Like I know as I'm showing them off, like, but that was the whole point, to kind of just be weathered and gritty and grimy and sit in the background of pictures. So I don't know. Did I do okay? Maybe they're a little messy, but like I said, in the back of pictures. Whoop. So I got 5 of them. There we go. 5 of them to sit in my shots. I can't believe I never had wood crates after all this time. I know, go figure, go. I still have to get milk crates from you, buddy. Still gotta get some go figure, go milk crates. Let's see. Don't be afraid to ask for painting tips, Matt. I will. I will absolutely, because you're the guy. Like you're the one with all the spiked heads showing us pictures of all this stuff. I don't have a setup like that. You would be the first person I would think to ask. So yes, I will. All right. So moving right along, we could do. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there. I got this speedball for $6, and this is just my funny little, like, that head sculpt is amazing, but I opened this figure the other night, and this is how I know part of, like, I fully acknowledge part of my problem with collecting is I love opening new toys. Like I for sure I'm aware of that. Because I'm aware of it, I feel like that's like half the battle. And this way I stop myself, and that's how I can exercise my willpower, by acknowledging this weakness that I have. So the other night, I really wanted to open up a toy, and I didn't want to open up any of the. I guess I was gonna unlock. I was gonna unbox the Unknown, but I wanted to do it in film, like for a reel. So I was in that weird place of I wanted to, open a toy because I was in that mode. It was a long day at school. I just wanted to put a smile on my face, opening some new plastic. And I didn't want to do the Unknown because I didn't want to get into the filming thing and everything's content. So I was like, yeah, I'll just grab Speedball. So I got this guy for $6. But I'm showing you the box because literally that's all that it was. It was just Speedball. Now, I know the story. I know that he becomes a very tragic character. Carlos and I were talking about him back when he, I think we both found him on clearance or something. So this is just, outside of the head sculpt. Like, if I felt like I overpaid at $6, I'm not going to lie. Like, this is fine. It's fine. If you really needed this character, then I'm happy for you. But I feel like at $6, I still overpaid because no hands. And this is just it. No effects. Like, it's rough. That's rough. That's a rough thing. So that's a little bit of a bummer. He really got the short ends of that wave, like the wave budget or whatever they do. But yeah, so I took a couple of pictures with him. I don't know what else to do. So this is leading up to, this was the decision when I was like, that's it. I really am not, even if something's on super clearance, I'm not going to do it unless I have ideas. Like in that moment, if I look at a figure like this, I bought in spite for all the times I've seen toys I bought, I paid for, retail, and then see them on clearance, like Masters of the Universe figures. I'm looking at like all of you. Like for like half off or whatever. So that's why I bought Speedball for $6. It was more of like, yes, I got to win. And now I have nothing else. I have no other shots. I did a walking thing and I don't know what else to do with him. So he is a symbol for me no longer. Like I know I've been saying I've been very, careful about stuff I'm bringing in, but that kind of sealed the deal. And I stupidly don't listen to myself. And then we're at Target today, and on clearance, I see for $11.49 Sky. But I really like these Fortnite figures, and I know it's super silly, but I specifically bought her for this camera. Like, that's what I wanted. Oh, and this sword. I thought that sword is neat, too. It reminded me of the one that came with Kyle Rayner. And even though it's not a full green, like I feel like now I can kind of have my Kyle being like a dual wielding Green Lantern type thing. So, and then, I don't have any, I only have a couple of female Joes. I thought she'd fit right in. So for $11, I know I'm like literally a walking contradiction, and I'm aware of that. But yeah, I'm silly. I like these Fortnite figures though. And it was on clearance, and I know I'm a jerk. And that was gonna be part of like this joke, is like this, I'm being self-aware. Like I'm not gonna buy figures if they're not gonna, spark joy. And then I bought that one. But the Fortnite figures do actually spark joy in me, and I really like their accessories. So I don't know Sky at all, but I have fun with the Fortnite figures. This Speedball figure just bummed me out. It just bummed me out that's all it was. That's all it was. He is a very handsome head sculpt. It's a very attractive looking, action figure. But then that's it. There's nothing else. It's just old Buck, pinned Buck. Just, I don't know. So Speedball. Yay, Speedball. Let's see. All right. Now let's go to the chat. This is where we have our, this is our community therapy session. So let's see. Cody with the can't be the joy and rush of a new open. All right. So see, I'm glad I'm not alone. Like I said, acknowledging this is half of the battle. Thanks, White. Carlos, let's see, need the torso for the controller. That's the only one though that I have from the wave. On Amazon though, they do have some of these discounted, like that Thor. People love that Thor. That Blue Marvel people love. I mean, Quake, I would buy Quake, but now she's like the hard one to find. Even the US Agent's awesome. It's not a bad wave. It really wasn't like a bad wave whatsoever. And it was one that like I would have immediately jumped on, and then I just have been in that, trying to be more picky. I'm just pickier. Only because I still have so many toys that I haven't photographed yet that I want to, Frank, glad to cracking you up, buddy. D. Rivera, gotta work the deals. I know. Like I said, it was definitely like out of spite. I was like, I'm getting one, dang it. And it's true. No, I don't feel guilty. I just feel silly. I feel silly as like, like I had this, literally that life lesson lasted me all of 2 days, because then I bought this today. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, see, Frank gets it. Can't resist the clearance. Let's see. That's right. He found the Halo figure for $2 at Walmart. Dude, $2. I told you in our one group chat. I think I mentioned it, but if I didn't, I saw it. I was like, oh, I have one of those. And they're a lot of fun. I think they're jazz wares, if I'm not mistaken. But that like the one Halo figure I have, I really like. He's just another like background space guy for when I never do, but when I want to shoot space stuff. All right. We have 5 more minutes. So 5 more minutes, because Last of Us, so we can all watch it as a community. All right. I'm torn. You know what? I'm going to finish my Toy Con stuff. So here, I'm going to real quick shout out to Jimmy Pop. Jimmy's. Let me get his name, his actual handle right. It is Jimmy Pop, right? Jimmy, my boy Jimmy, fellow Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy Pop 71. That's it. See, I knew it was Jimmy Pop. So I think he was the one asking me about my Cody when I posted some Royal Rumble collab last week. So I meant to talk about him and I didn't. So real quick, this was the box. I did get him for retail at Walmart. He's a Walmart exclusive. The packaging is awesome, like real great as an AEW. This is an AEW Supreme, and it had, you know, the accessories down the sides, which I thought is a really nice touch. Love the image on the back. AEW stuff stinks for inbox collectors, or if you're somebody that likes to open them up. You had to slit the tape here, but then you had to cut in again the tape, more tape down here. And then you had to pull this whole thing out. It was a gigantic pain because they're not collector friendly packages. So I'm still kind of on the fence. I saved it where if I'm going to keep this box around, but getting to the toy itself, look how much torso bend you get. You get so much more than the Elite figures. So that I love. And I love I'm not the Elite, the Ultimates, because the Elites are fine, but I'm a huge Ultimates WWE figure fan. I love those figures. And this Supreme gets even better torso crunch here. That's what I was trying to show you. There you go. So really great. And then what I love about this Cody figure is he has two belts. He's got two pants, like they straight up pop off. Then he has the jacket, but the arms pop off. It's so great. It comes with so much. It has an American Nightmare t-shirt with the Nightmare belt, weightlifting belt. The arms, like the jacket arms. So it's like that Edge figure where you would pop these off. See that? And you pop the arm in with the jacket on. It's great. And then my only knock is that the head sculpts, there's three of them, which, you know, obviously 3 is awesome. But you got the yelling. Argh! But then these two are very, very similar. Smiling Cody. So it's like, so they're just a little too similar for my liking. I wish it wasn't two smiling variants as the other two heads. But that is still a very small critique. For what you get, it was still a $40 figure. I think it was still like it's still a lot of money for something, you know, like when I just saw the Brock Lesnar Elite today, the new one with the bearded, and he has the undisputed belts, and I have the other one. I have the Suplex City Ultimate, so I'm like, I passed on it, even though I would love a bearded Brock. But that was $32. So again, this was like a $40 or $42 figure, but it's hard to say it's not worth it if you're a wrestling fan, if you're an AEW fan. Obviously, if you're a Cody Rhodes fan, just to have like an awesome version of his figure. Like, it's great. It is really great. So, you know, say what you will about the price. That's up to you. If you can find them on clearance at a Walmart, then more power to you. I will not be jealous. I will be very happy that you can get a figure like this at a discount. Rumba Toys is saying, let's see, yeah, that Cody's a banger. Definitely one of the wrestling figures of the year for sure, man. Cody, as a fellow Cody, I'm duty bound to love this figure. I know in one of your TikToks, like I know you passed on him at a toy hunt, but did you end up getting him? P. Rivera, let's see. I talked to myself about how I'm going to focus on 1, maybe 2 toy lines, but went and started getting NECA Ninja Turtles, and now I'm going to order some Joes. I'm so weak. No, Rivera, that's the whole thing, man. We all have our, you know, like this is part of this whole thing that we do. We love these things. They are incredibly addictive. We love them. It pulls on all of the nostalgia strings for us, and you know, for all of the many different reasons, but they're all powerful reasons why we love collecting. And like I said, as long as you can be aware of it and then you can make it same thing. I'm not actually beating myself up. I will enjoy this figure. And you know what? It's on clearance, so yes, it made me feel good. Let's see. Does he come with a torn pec? I'm sure. Look, here we go. Ah! Now he does. Let's see. Yeah, he did pass. It was hard. If you see him on clearance, have another Cody. Have a Cody around. Go figure, go. Can't get into wrestling or Dragon Ball. Yeah, dude. It's tough. I'm in a wrestling group chat that I started, and I'm in with all of these people, like, Realm of Toys, with these excellent, just incredible wrestling figure collections. And I always feel bad because I'm like at a tub. But I've been sticking with Ultimates and a few of the AEW releases. But yeah, I can't go. There's just too much for me. I love everything. I love everything, or at least I want to love everything. So I just have to say no to stuff. I just have to say no. Speaking of which, I would love to continue this, but I did promise my wife I was going to be wrapping it up. So future episodes, I will be going over the unknown one. As you can see, he's out of the package. And I did just learn that they misspelled the unknown on this. Hold on, is that the right way? Anyway, that was funny. The uncown one. That stuff happens. It happens. I'm sure whoever got through, in a smaller company like Four Horsemen, I'm sure they're kicking themselves. I did open up a Python Patrol, so these are the guns that I didn't want to lose. But I did record some stuff for a reel. Again, it's an officer. It's a Cobra officer. So nice figure. And I do end up liking the paint scheme, but he's still in my Joe tub, so that'll be next time. And I still have to figure out my giveaway. Don't worry, that's coming. And look at these wings. All right, so we'll have to save the unknown we'll start with the unknown next time. And I have a Ninja Turtle story, so we'll have to save it. We'll save it for next time. Because that'll be more fun. Leave them wanting more, right, everybody? So, guys, thank you so much. Oh, you could go for a Sami Zayn figure, dude. I have one, but I need like an updated one. I have like early, even the head sculpt isn't great. Like, it's from a few years ago. It's what they had, the hat and like the dancing, the ska Sammy. So it's a cool figure. I'm happy I have it, but yeah, I want an updated Sammy for sure. Cody, thanks, man. I'm so happy you enjoyed. Go figure, go. Bray Wyatt with multiple head masks. Yeah, dude, if you look for that Ultimate, I've seen that Ultimate pretty cheap too. That Bray Wyatt Fiend one. Just saying. But it's another rabbit hole. So steer clear if you're worried about space. But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. In terms of some show plugs, I know tomorrow night at the guys at Toy Talk, 8:30. So that's Toy Father, No Chewing, Cox Create, and Toy Addict 17. They're going to be having on Harleen. Let me get her name. Let me get the actual name. So they're having a cosplayer on. I believe it is Sir Dork's fiance, but I could be wrong. But Harleen, I think I'm pretty sure. But yes, it's her, Harleen. So she will be joining. So that's going to be really fun to hear from a cosplayer because, again, all of these, circles and collecting and fandoms, this is just another link in our Venn diagram. So that'll be a cool one. Wednesday night, I believe. But Wednesday night is going to be another live for the Toy Pick Community Top 10. So I think we're going to have a full crew of Toy Daddies, which is awesome. If you missed last week, it was me, Toy Father, and 1/6 Shooter. So that was my man Trevor, our Mythic Legion photographer. He's the man. And Machu Toys and J Shot do Between Two Sentinels also on Wednesday. And then you guys know the rest. Toy Migos, they have their Tuesday and Thursday show. Legion's Lounge, Trevor, again, 1/6 Shooter. Hopefully you guys know all of the ones. One day I'll put together a little network for us, a little Chit TV guide. Go figure, go, yeah, buddy. Let's see, soon to be Mrs. Dork. That's right, soon to be Mrs. Dork. And Rivera, thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, guys. As I say it every single time, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for choosing to spend part of your life listening to me talk about toys. I hope you have an awesome rest of your Sunday evening. I hope you have a great start to your week. And I will see you guys over in the toy pick community, right? Instagram, TikTok, wherever. I'll be there. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.